Right. I'm starting the recording. The market's about to open in 10 minutes. Today is the 20th of May. And what can we see here in the market? I'm seeing a break of structure going here to the downside. I'm seeing on the 4 hour, we have not really broke structure to the downside. There's a break of structure right there to the upside. And we didn't really sweep this low right there, which was a daily low. No, it was a 4 hour low. All right, so what am I looking at right now? I'm a bit skeptical, to be honest. I'm either it sweeps this 1 hour liquidity, and even those liquidities that's not been swept. Either it continues to the downside, gives us a move, takes out the liquidity, and continues to the downside, or it it gives us a school run, giving us a close of the 15-minute candle outside the overnight range, and it continues to the upside. So we're waiting. We're waiting for the market open and seeing what will happen, basically. So I'm setting an alert on the 1 hour and on the 15-minute low right there. Let's go to the Nasdaq. Do we have a clear, better indication of where the market is going? The candles these days are so undecisive. Me saying this is because there is not a lot of body inside of the candles. It means that they decided to go down and then they reversed back up and created this body. Because when we have these wicks like these on the candles, it means that the move went all the way down, giving people the expectation that we're going to break structure right there, and then moved all the way up and closed on this body. So what are we looking for right now? I'm looking to for the market to open basically, and looking for a break of structure on this 1 hour candle right there. So I'm gonna mark it out as red, and I'm gonna write break of structure and see what it gives us. If it gives us a break of structure to the upside right there, my bias for today is bullish, and hopefully it will give us a school run, looking like it might will give us a school run. Maybe take out these highs right here on the 1 hour. We have no news today. Um, no, no news. Tomorrow was the French PMI. I'm I'm tempted to take a trade right here before market open on this candle close. Because it looks like it's going to give us a move to the upside. I'm gonna be patient with it. Let it do its thing. Let's not rush anything. I'm very tempted to take this trade right here before market opens because it might spike to the upside. But the only thing that is making me not want to take it because I'm thinking, okay, how can this go wrong? Why is this not a good entry? When we see, first of all, there is a break of structure, there is a high right there on the 1 hour. That might be a liquidity sweep, but it might also be a break of structure to the upside. That's the thing that like, I'm trying not to predict what's going to happen. I'm trying to just see what's happening. And also, we have a continuous high movement. We have a down movement right here. And if there were two bullish candles like this one and then two, it usually continues to the upside directly. This also can continue to the upside, but this is a low right there because it gave us a lower high right there. Um, high, a low. I'm not a low right there, a high, a low, a high, and then it might give us a high, just like a low right there. Then it gives us a high. So now it broke structure to the upside, which is a good thing. So we have an indication that we are bullish. Sorry about that. I went running this morning, and because of the run, I can't stop coughing. I have the Runkeeper app connected with some family members, and every time we activate the app, and then when we're done running, the the family members can see the family members how much I've ran, how much they are going to run, how much. So we're unconsciously competing with each other, which is good. Healthy competition. All right, the DAX just went to the downside, took out this 15-minute liquidity right there. Morning. Right, this was a clean liquidity sweep on the 15-minute. However, it's a bit early to take this trade. Right, I'm focused on the DAX currently, seeing if it's gonna give me a break of structure to the upside right there. Now the trend is not really defined. We have break of structure going to the downside right there, but will this continue the trend to the downside? Even if it continues the trend to the downside, it should take out some high time frame liquidities before doing that. And also looking at how the Nasdaq is looking currently. I'm seeing gonna split the screens right there. Split back the screen. So let's just focus back on it. This is what I'm thinking. All right, it did a liquidity sweep. It swept liquidity on the 50-minute right there, right? Swept liquidity right there. The trend is it bearish though? And if it is bearish, they probably will take out this high time frame liquidity or this 50-minute liquidity resting right there. So I'm gonna mark this out in a yellow color. So if it will, so we are in the middle of it. If it takes out this liquidity, it will probably give us a setup right there. And we have about 28 points until the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour liquidity gets swept. Now we just swept the 50-minute liquidity and we are still inside the 9, between 9 and 9:15 time for the first 50-minute candle to close. So will this react from this fair value gap and continue to the upside? You can do that, probably. But the most ideal move right there is to have a setup right here and then it continue to the downside. Or on the 1 hour liquidity right there. And on the Nasdaq, we can see that the first 15-minute candle is about to close and it might give us a school run. So this is the 15-minute candle. Market this line out as the breakout overnight range or the top of the overnight range. I can also see that there's a fair value gap created right. It's about to be created when this candle closes. And let's double check the DAX. It broke structure to the downside right there. I'm not seeing this as a breakout. Why? Because we are still inside the overnight range. So if this gives us a positive candle, I'm more inclined to see it do the opposite and continue into the downside. The candle is about to close in 15 seconds. I'm gonna check the DAX on this chart so I don't miss it. Yeah. Fortunately, no trade. Let's see the DAX. This is clean, but there is no fair value gap. And we have a fair value gap on the 5 minute right there that it can reverse from. The Nasdaq is still not convinced of the breakout. I'm checking this area, the 15 minutes fair value gap area, because it might continue to the downside, tap into this, and then continue to the upside. Yeah, you know what? Not even. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna grab some coffee. I don't like these moves, and it's too early in the session to take the trade, and they're not looking clean. The reason I marked this out, there's a reason I did like a weird figure right there, is because at around 10 o'clock, 10-ish, 9:45 to 10:15 or 10:30, these are when the trades make the big moves lately, if you noticed. So these moves that we are taking close to the market open has contradicted our way of where we see the market is going, right? Because the setups is not clean. They're not clean. I'm not seeing them like they're like I can do a take a shot, give it, take a short right here. But is it worth it? Is it worth risking my money for this? No. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I'm just gonna grab some coffee. The same thing goes here. Like it's not clean, unfortunately. And the market, like coming to the market looking like this. I'm not I'm not criticizing. I'm just seeing it the way it is. We need to, or I need to, uh, step back and be objective of the trades that I'm usually taking. Shall we meet again at 9:45? No, you can sit next to the charts. I'm just gonna grab some coffee in 2 minutes or so. You can still be inside the live, no worries. I'm not maybe a trade will pop up at 9:30. I'm not sure. All right, I'm gonna grab some coffee and I'll be back. I'm gonna set an alert on this. I've already done it on this 1 hour candle right there and on the 15 minute. All right. What is nice? All right, even better. All right, let's see here. On Nasdaq, it did a continuation to the upside. It didn't touch the fair value gap area. It didn't even touch the breaker. So I assume this will hit this liquidity area on the 15-minute, then give us a continuation to the upside. All right, that's a good one. Swept 1 hour liquidity right there. Uncertain bias. Swept liquidity on 1 hour, swept another, oh, it's about to. It's about to sweep the other liquidity right there. Let's see here. DAX continuing to the upside. Yeah, let's just sit and wait. I am Phil. Phil Oaksley. I'm interested to know what is the indicator telling you right now? The one on the Bull GPT, if you have it. I'm waiting for this move down here. This is a clean move, however, to the downside. But my main bias is bullish. All right. All right, no worries. All right, nice candle to the downside on the DAX. Let's see what it wants to give us. Just broke structure right there. And our liquidity swept. I'm waiting for it to give me a reaction to the upside before taking a short position. As that continuing to the downside. On the DAX is also continuing to the downside without giving us a reaction. Right. That was a huge drop on the Nasdaq. Nice. Now I'm looking for a reversal to the upside. Let's see here. I'm just curious if this is gonna be swept. It did. The breaker, which I'm calling it. And this is the 15-minute liquidity. This is what I have in mind. I have in mind the school run going to the upside, and I also have in mind the 1-minute model sweeping out the 15-minute liquidity and with the school run touching the 15-minute fair value gap right there. So, and break of structure going to the upside on this candle right there. So there is a lot of indication that we are going to the upside, to the bullish, but I need to see an reaction, an entry. This would have been a good entry, but the candle, the body of the candle did not close inside of the fair value gap. So it would have been like around this area. A nice entry, 1 to 2. The DAX, are you? DAX just broke structure to the upside. In these moments, I'm thinking, we could have taken the trade just for my liquidity sweep and putting our stop loss right at the end of this fair value gap and taking this trade, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Look at that. There is always another bus, as they say. Risk management is the key to trading. I have a friend, he's a day trader. If he risks, this is how he do it, how he does it. If he risks, if he has a limit of risking 1% a day, he divides this 1% into 10 trades, meaning every trade he takes is zero point 0.1. So every trade he takes is 0.10 percent. So you can take 10 of those, right? You can take 10 trades a day. Um, and I asked him, "Isn't that stressful?" He said that that's the way I like to trade. So when these moves happen, like he's taking 3 trades, meaning 0.3%. I'm watching it. Watching it to do another move to the downside. This is not very good. I'm keeping a close eye on it. Right, we reached the 50% mark. Let's see what it's about to do. I'm waiting for a reaction. We still have 52 seconds left. waiting for a reaction either to the downside. See what it's about to do. Right, taking a long position. This is a beautiful entry. Very nice. Put my stop loss right there. Right. Beautiful entry. Right now, we just wait for it to do its thing, basically. We have a breakout structure right there on the 1 minute. We have a clean fair value gap reaction. Sorry, fair value gap reaction also, and we have a clean liquidity sweep on the 15 minute. This is a beautiful entry. However, the stop loss is set to this one right here. I would like to have it to the bottom of the wick. It's re-respecting the fair value gap area. Not looking good, huh? This is what we're saying. I I prefer getting taken out quickly than sitting inside of the trade for 20 minutes or so, um, and then get taken out. Looking at the DAX is making moves to the upside, and it's reacting strongly on this 5 minute liquidity. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm still in it. And there you go. Stopped out. All right. Good loss, good decision making, good risk management. Right, I'm removing all of those and seeing what opportunities are. So we're about to close the 1 hour candle in 1 minute. Is the move switching to the downside? Let's see here. It swept 1 hour liquidity. This is on the DAX. On the Nasdaq, the 1 hour candle is about to close. It's taken out this breaker. I'm still bullish. This would have been a beautiful espresso, but the reaction of the fair value gap was a bullish candle going to the upside. But it obviously wanted to take out more liquidity before continuing the move to the upside. You can also mark out the equilibrium. There's a low. Let's go to the 15 minute. No, let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, I would take it from this move. Right, I'm waiting for a break of structure to happen. On the Nasdaq, break of structure. Waiting for this candle to close. I'm being very patient with it. All right, waiting for a reaction to the fair value gap. Right. There's a fear value gap reaction right there. Let's see. What does it? I'm focusing on right now taking an espresso because if this closes underneath, I'm taking a short, seeing how the DAX is moving also. I'm being quick with it. If I press the tab, by the way, the short, uh, it switches from short to long. So I'm being quick with it here. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the seconds to drop. Don't want to rush into it because you can see the DAX is moving down. No, I can't take this long position right there, but it can take me out directly. Tick. Continue to the downside. So I'm taking a short. Let's see. Let this candle close. No, I'm waiting for it because it's still inside the fair value gap. Oh, waiting for it. What do you want to do? Stuck in the same place. No. I'm not taking this move. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it because way too huge of a candle. That's one. Second, there is a fair value gap on the 1 minute right there that it didn't close. It's closed inside of it, which gives me an indication that we might continue to the downside. Right, continue the move, higher highs, touching the fair value gap, touching the fair value gap, and then continuing. Um, and it's continuing the move to the downside. The 1 hour candle just closed, so No, I can take a long. I could have entered earlier, but still. Ah, the entry is not that. All right. I'm looking at what the DAX is doing. The DAX is also breaking structure to the upside, maybe continuing the move to the upside. The Nasdaq is continuing the move to the upside. I wished I've taken this trade earlier on this candle close, when this candle closed in the middle of this candle, but unfortunately my entry was at the top of this one. Yeah. So I'm not really taking profit at the first liquidity area, unfortunately. I wish I am, but I'm being very meticulous with my stop loss to break even. So I don't want to. All right, good entry. Kind of. I'm not very happy with the entry because it gave us a larger stop loss, but good, beautiful, beautiful setup. Beautiful setup. And we even waited. I even waited for the fair value gap reaction on this one right here. And I didn't let the DAX move. This is probably going to move to the upside. Also, looking at how it looks because it just swept 15-minute liquidity right there, right? It's breaking structure. It's about to maybe give us a reaction on the fair value gap and then continue to the upside. So I'm inside this move right now. I'm waiting for it. I'm being very cautious with this line right because this is the liquidity line. This is where we usually take our first take profit and before it continues to the second take profit area. I am going to keep a close watch on this. Come on, break out. If you look at this move, by the way, this is a perfect school run move also because it touched the fair value gap at this area. This is where usually people enter the school run also and putting their stop loss maybe underneath here and then maybe taking the first take profit back right there. So this might take a while or just hit to the take profit area. Seeing the DAX also, beautiful move. If I didn't take this trade, I would have taken this trade right there. An even better entry right there. You know, I'm gonna do a short risk on this, a small risk. I just entered the DAX also. Oof, what a move. See that on the DAX? What was that? I'm, yeah, I just I just got taken out on the DAX. I'm just watching this also, just to not miss anything here. Are we having some news that I didn't know about? Quick move to the downside. I'm being very close. I have a close eye on the Nasdaq right now. This was a quick loss on the DAX. Beautiful entry though. This is a beautiful entry. That's why I took it. 15-minute liquidity sweep right there. Fair value gap, beautiful fair value break of structure, beautiful fair value gap entry, and another break of structure to the upside. And me taking the trade right there, catching the move, the pullback to the downside. Beautiful entry. I'm happy with that. All right, let's just wait and see what this is gonna do. I'm gonna change the time frame to the 5 minutes because the 1 minute candles, they're too much movement. This can still continue to the upside. I'm still bullish. Even though the DAX continued, it did a fake out to the upside, a clean fake out to the upside. Ducks. So this is another move to the upside. Do we take it? No, that's enough. This right here, if it closes, it gives us a positive candle to the upside, a bullish candle. No, that's enough. And this is what it can happen. You take a trade right there. You lost that trade. Now we take another trade right there, and we lose that trade. This is what happens. And then you take another trade right there, and you lose that trade, and this is just one spirals out of control. It's like quicksand. The more you want to move, the less you sink. The more you sink. All right. Let's see. Just taking a bathroom break. All right. See the DAX? The DAX moves to the upside. Didn't move on the DAX. Uh, it's a nice move. I'm gonna take some profit right here. Around this area. And I'm moving my stop loss to break even. Stop loss, break even. Mm, All right, so I was muted. We still haven't taken profit. I'm still waiting. All right, we are about to hit take profit. There we go. Take profit hit. Let me double check it. No, not yet. All right, I closed it manually. Take profit hit. Great, beautiful trade today. Beautiful entry. We took one loss and we gained it back with this take profit, with this entry. Let's do a short recap. This was a beautiful trade. We waited around this area. So we took the trade around 10ish, exactly, almost exactly around 10 o'clock, 10:01. These are where the heavy moves are happening, not before, not directly after market opens. So it swept liquidity. We took the first trade. We got stopped out on it because we were aiming at the bullish move, right? Second entry, liquidity sweep, which was swept before that, broke structure to the upside on this candle right there, broke structure to the upside, and then it entered the fair value gap area, gave us a reaction to the upside. I didn't take the trade on the first move, but I waited for it to do a reaction on this fair value gap, And then on the second move, I took the long position right there. Now, I'm not really happy with the entry because it gave me a larger stop loss, but it's fine. It's okay. Don't be a sucker for a pip, as my mentor used to say. So I took this trade right there, and I took my first take profit halfway through um, the full take profit point, and I took my full take profit at the 1 hour liquidity. Beautiful trade, beautiful entry, good patience with this trade. It took 36 minutes. Good one. All right, that's about it for this session. I'm interested to know. Look at this move. Look at this DAX move. Uh, Unfortunately, this is what happens. And the S&P move for the indicator also hit take profits. All right, that's about it. If you're interested in this system, this indicator, this system we're building, I'm building this together with one of the guys, a fellow community member that I met inside of the community. And if you're interested in trying this out, feel free to fill out the form if you haven't done it already. It's inside of, it's everywhere basically. Limited access trading system group. It's inside here, trading system access. All right. Maybe I would change it because it's crazy that some of the people are not seeing it. Let's see if this works. Yeah, you just fill out the form and I'll give you access to it on Saturday. All right, that's about it for this session, guys. Have a great day. If you're trading the New York session, I'll talk to you then. If not, then I will see you tomorrow. Take care and have a great day.